Okay. You ready, boss?
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing all right. Okay, let me get started. Good afternoon, good morning. This is David Bride, president of the Central Indiana AFL-CIO here in Central Indiana and Marion County, the Donut Counties, covering about 40 locals, 50,000 members. We're here today doing our town hall meetings. Today we got a great guest, my brother Steve Quick. I'll let him introduce himself, tell you about AFSCME, tell you about uh, the work that he's been doing, position he holds, how many members, and all that. He'll give you that introduction. So, with that, my brother Steve, can you please tell everybody who you are, who you represent?
Good morning. My name is Stephen Quick. I'm the local president of AFSCME Local 725 here in Indianapolis. I represent the government employees and some in the private sector, around 500 and 550 employees. Been here going on 37 years, and I actually been the local president since 1994.
My brother. Well, for me, this is full circle, like I say, being a member of Local 725 and having the pleasure of being the president of the Central Indiana AFL-CIO, having you as a great member and also a great leader, a great mentor for the last, 13 years, I think it's been. Had you not put in me what you put in me, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in now. So I'm like, this is a great opportunity for me and a great moment for me. What I want you to do is explain, if you could, brother, as we've been talking about the pandemic and how it's been affecting our members from beginning. So we're gonna let you talk. If you could take it from the beginning, when this first started, what you implemented, what you was able to get in place, and everything. Just give us a little bit of how it affected you and our members.
I want to first start out just saying that the members are doing great with this pandemic. They are considered essential employees, so they're not working from home. They're showing up every day and doing the civil work for the citizens of Indianapolis like they was hired to do. So I really consider them as daily heroes. You know what I mean? Because the work that we do and they do is the work that the people depend on each and every day just to navigate through life. I'm very proud of them with all this going on, and they still showing up at work. You know what I mean? Is just showing they're dedicated employees and members. Out of the 550 employees I represent, it's 99.9% membership, volunteer membership, because we don't have worse condition of employment here in the state of Indiana. It's the right to work state, just so you know. So, like I said, I've been here going on 37 years. Done work with the last 5 mayors. We created back in the early 90s what we consider a partnership, union and management partnership. And today with this pandemic, the partnership really pays off because we work together collectively as team members, management and union, along with the mayor and city leaders to take care of the employees during this time. We created a social distance to make sure folks are doing the social distance. We got all the PPE that's required to keep the employees safe and the public safe. We even also split the shifts up, you know what I mean? Having all employees clocking in at one place over top of each other and spreading this pandemic virus. We split the shifts, so now we got 2 shifts. We got a 7 to 3 that half the employees come in. 2:30 they leave. The next group of employees come in at 3 o'clock, so they don't even interact at the parking lot. You know, I give them a half hour to be gone when the new shift is coming in. So we did that. We also got some disinfect So if you check out a truck, you clean it out before you get in, and we do the same thing when I clock out and the next employee come in. They have to clean it to make sure it's clean. And what's good about that, the actual person driving is the person that's responsible to make sure it's cleaned out and sanitized, right? So it's work. We're not. Looks like it's spreading again. It's not hitting us too bad at this second go around. Surrounding states around us are getting hit pretty bad. So I think the practice that with the mayor's leadership that they done with the citizens here in this county made sense, and we're not getting impacted as much as they are. The other thing that we're doing, working with the city and the administration and the controller, is to lease about 25 more crew cabs so we can try to bring the day shift, the second shift back onto the day shift. And if that happens, then we can get the work done more efficiently. And we don't have to put 4 or 5 people into a crew cab. We can put less people because we have more equipment, and still be more equipment out on the street, but we'll be able to get the things done that needs to get done. The other thing, we got a hotline where if employees got any other symptoms, it's a number you can call. They can get tested. If the test is the time while they're at work, they can do it while they're at work. If they got it in the system, we do the 14-day quarantine. We work with the city and HR where employees, it's normally a 40-hour work week that you have to wait to go into short term. Well, if you end up with this virus and you're off 14 days and you're not cleared up, we automatically allow employees to go straight into short term so they don't miss any money while they're off, right? So I think that's real neat, and that helps out. It helps the employees as well. The other thing we got to think about, I think, during this pandemic time is we had to change some rules on attendance rules, right? Because you don't know who's going to show up, when they're going to show up if they're ill. We changed. I just told you about the changes we made with FMLA and short term, for employees. What I like to see, because anything can happen down in the future, I like to see some changes where when employees are off, period, it shouldn't cost them anything for medication, shouldn't cost them anything to be off. All costs, it should be at the employer's expense. I think what we did that worked is also been flexible with all the attendance rules, right? So if you have to do something different because of child care, this or that, and you're running late, instead of dissing an employee for being late, be understandable with this here single parent issues, things you got to do, you have to do that. I hope they end up with some technology to automatically, when you walk through a door, can kind of do a temperature check. You know what I mean? So folks will know when they come to work, they got issues before they interact with other employees. You know what I mean? We can be make a safe move, right? I also would like to see extended paid time off. If it's needed. And I don't know if you've seen it or not. Lately, we have noticed with this pandemic, they got this illness, and even if you cured, you or think you cured, you still got some side effects. Still got some medical issues that's going on. People talk about memory loss. They talk about breathing issues, even on down the line, whatever. So I would hate for a family to have to go through this, or our members and workers, and then they end up losing money, and then they don't have a place to stay, and they can't pay their mortgage and things like that. So other than that, it's going well. We do daily briefings. We keep up with what's going on, with employees and all that. And now all the meetings that we do is like what we're doing today is Zoom meetings, folks, and WebEx and stuff like, right? Getting used to, but it's safe.
Right. Well, a lot of things you said that I like, it's the relationship, the ability to be able to go in and have the workers' interests, which is good, because if you're taking care of your worker, then your worker can take care of the job that they have to do. So what I like and what I've always liked is the fact that even though we have a contract, that we have a relationship. So the things that may be in there, like you said, no one saw this coming to this extent. No, there was no way for us to know that this was going to hit the way it hit. But to be in a position that you can sit down with the administration, with leadership, and get things done so we can still move forward safely is what union and what relationship and partnership is all about.
Hey, David, and the other thing I want to say is I hope our members, the citizens, and everybody take this pandemic seriously. The only way it's going to get under control if folks do their PPE, hand washing, and their social distance. So we got to get the word out and that folks understand there's no hoax. This is the real deal, and we got to be safe.
Well, we appreciate you, Steve. We know you're busy, so we appreciate your time. Before we get off here, like I always say, if you got something good for the cause before we get off, before I make my final statement, this is the time that we go through that and do that. You got something good for the cause?
I just want people to also understand, and I don't know if folks realize it, it's a lot of stress out there because of the pandemic. A lot of people's families impacted because they either laid off or work from home or furloughed and this or that. Folks was anchored down at home for a long time. Now out here on the roads, folks are speeding, not paying attention. They're frustrated, got a lot going on. So we just got to just take a deep breath, right? Be patient. You know what I mean? Don't be so quick to respond when you get a negative response from somebody else. Realize what we all going through. The other thing I was hoping is that we still union brothers and sisters. We can disagree on politics. We can disagree on processes when it's come to this pandemic. But remember, all of us together makes one, and we can be on the same page and make a difference.
Well, brother, I appreciate you, appreciate having you. And like I said, you've been a great mentor. And I truly believe that I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in without the leadership, without the guidance, without the mentorship. As humble as I can say, I appreciate you. You know I love you, but I appreciate you, brother, because I've seen you over the years consistently fight for your members to have a better quality of life way before this pandemic hit, and how you worked with the administration and how you made phone calls and made sure. I know I can speak for myself because I'm a member and I've seen you and I've watched you, and you made sure we had the PPE. You know, you work with them to separate us and get us on second shift, you know, and I work second shift, and make sure that they were washing vehicles and trying to keep everything together amidst everything else that just goes on as being a leader. And I appreciate it. And I want to tell you, brother, if nothing else, my final words always to the people: make sure you get out and vote this election.
All righty. Thanks, Brad. Appreciate you, brother. Love you too.
Hey, man, appreciate you. Have a wonderful day and keep fighting.